Right.
You know?
So evidently, it's a certain formula. You feel like they were too busy, they were too concerned with crossing over and doing other things. Is this nothing wrong with wanting to scale?
Listen, I think they don't owe nobody nothing. You can do what you want to do. It's their life. But what I'm saying is, a lot of times people say, I don't owe or help. Well, what is it for? Like, I don't help. You know, if 8 got a podcast or no one got a podcast and I rock with y'all, like, what's wrong with me? What's helping is okay. Like, I think we're messed up when we thinking I don't owe nobody, or it's not that you owe nobody nothing like that, but it's you kind of.
Well, you know what? I will say this, and I agree with you. I feel like this, man. If I have the means of helping somebody that I call my homeboy, homegirl, family member, relative, if I have a means of helping them out, and they understand that they're going to have to dedicate a certain amount of time and work to it, I'm all in. Just don't expect me to do everything, but I'm definitely going to help you. I feel like I'm obligated in the way.
So look at it like this. Say we somewhere and we see somebody finna jump the Hughes brothers, right? Is it our obligation to help them motherfuckers? No, but if I feel like, man, nah, that's the right thing to do. Shit. Like, nigga, if I see A somewhere and it ain't looking good, I feel like it's the right thing to do. No, hold on, homie, nigga, we both finna get beat up or whatever that is. I feel like it's the right thing to do. It don't have to be, you don't all, you there's nothing wrong with being that kind of person to help. And I think people get caught up in, like, you know, in their own business, where Albert, you know, it wouldn't have hurt to help. It wouldn't have, you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. And then when you go do the white films, it's so many white directors that you don't even know who they are. That's why when you do a Menace or a Boys in the Hood, you get noticed. Like John Singleton, we know you did that. It's noticeable of how good your work is because it's for the culture. But when you do with if Alan go do Jurassic Park right now, nobody's gonna care because we've seen 7 of them already.
Yeah, for real.
We already seen them. F. Gray did Fast and Furious. John Singleton did Fast and Furious. We know John Singleton for Boys in the Hood because it stood out because he told a story about what everybody in our culture can relate to.
Yeah, and you see with his that's why I think Snowfall resonated with so many people.
Yeah.
Which was his last work. It was kind of a return back to the roots.
And that's why it hit.
We going back to the neighborhood, you know? And it was a success.
That's always an intriguing story for people.
Yeah.
True situations that they get to probably glance across or heard about or whatever. And so truthfulness in situations always intrigue people.
Right. I just think white America, man, is still captivated to this day about our lifestyle, especially people in middle America that don't, you know, you figure somebody in, I can't say Omaha, Nebraska is kind of hood. They got their spots down there. But somewhere like Bismarck, North Dakota, where they don't see a lot of black people, those type of spots are enclaves, man, that have a tendency just kind of live in their own world.
Right.
I think people are always like intrigued with what we got going on in the community.
Right.
So you work pretty consistently. I would say that because you always got something going on. It's a lot of movies. I'll be sitting there watching TV at night. Sometimes I'm like, "There's Tyrin. I didn't even know Tyrin was in this shit." So you stay working, man.
So this is the thing. When you do something classic, it's gonna always. It's like doing a classic album. You know, you're gonna always. It's hard to top those. You know what I'm saying? No matter how dope you are, or no, you can do a big, like, it's just hard to top those things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All the stuff Ada has done, I'm straight up minute. Everybody always requests one of the top requests because like whoever God wrote that with him. That song. It's that movie song right there is like, you know, when Ice Cube did How to Survive South Central, that was dope. But this motherfucker right here, It's like
we also had a song on the Boys in the Hood soundtrack too.
Yeah, for the one time.
We had Growing Up in the Hood.
Yep.
That became a number one single.
Yeah.
When they had on Billboard rap charts.
Yeah.
I just, like I said, being influenced. You feel me? And it's not too difficult because I'm living this shit. You get me? I'm seeing the poverty. I'm seeing the gangs. I'm running with a gang. Straps and crack sacks and hood rats in the neighborhood, and that was my life.
But,
you feel me? Shit.
But hey, to be able to tell those stories is genius and it's great. I'm not gonna let you undermine the fact that you grew up in it. Yeah, you grew up in it, but to tell those stories and to get it across, to get it across and for it to resonate like that, it's a lot of niggas that can talk about getting shot, this or that.
Right.
To have you have to be gifted to make somebody like to articulate like. I'm at the liquor store with the strap, the Japanese, all that kind. Like you have to like that shit is like that is entailed. Those are. You know what I'm saying?
Those little minute details.
You have the minute details that niggas don't know how to explain in the hood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because it was like you said, the details was because I wake up every day and I come over here.
Right.
And I'm standing over here with niggas and we selling crack together and, niggas is dying and we going to funerals and all that type of shit. I got a mom at home who don't understand, but, because she's from a different time. Like I'm saying, we struggle with slave shit and racism and all that. And I don't understand with this gang shit. Like y'all driving around shooting at each other and wearing bandanas. Like my folks didn't understand it. And especially because I was the only motherfucker doing it. You feel me? Everybody else in my relatives, they were still down south. You get me? They were still in the Mississippis and the Texases and shit. And so, like, what the fuck is going on out in California?
Yeah, for
hey,
real.
you and Pac were the only rappers to explain the relationship between the Japanese and the blacks. Like, you know what I mean? Y'all the only ones with him with Natasha. What's the girl Natasha? But the relationship, how we felt when we went in those stores in those Korean stores, with the way we felt.
It was a stereotype we had. And it's crazy because it's crazy when you think about it to think like this. We grew up here, but a majority of the liquor stores were owned by Japanese people, and they had the swap meets, they had the liquor stores and all that. But that came from, and we over here struggling like a motherfucker. Motherfuckers needing food stamps and county checks and shit like that. And so, and for us to be, you get me, like, damn. We got it from the white people and shit back in the days, long time. And now to be both coming out, because y'all came out of some fucked up shit too.
Right.
Yeah.
And then to be in our neighborhood, and now we getting the dirty looks, like, you feel me?
Well, from what I understand, all of that was set up systematically, kind of, right?
Definitely.
Because, like you said, they went through their own shit too, right? They went through a lot of shit. America did them dirty.
Exactly.
So what they did was, they would give them loans, but they would only let them come to the black community because of the divide. You understand what I mean? It's almost like some divide and conquer type shit. You know what I mean?
Right. Like,
because they got them scared from the moment they come over. You think about it, you come to a country, right, where you probably haven't seen very many of these people over here, but everything you hear about them is fucked up and bad. So now you put them in the community, and the truth of the matter is a lot of them people in them stores don't make a lot of money. You feel what I mean? They paying overhead. And I knew when I worked in the liquor business, a lot of those people lived in their stores, man. What they would do, they would get a family come over. You would see a brother come over. He would get a liquor store, and he would live in the back of that store, right? Mm-hmm. Then once he built the store up, he's usually going to go buy another one right in the neighborhood, and then you will see his brother. You come there the next week. Who are you?
You talking about the Japanese people?
Yeah, Japanese and Korean people. That's all because they ain't all Japanese.
But they used to give us credit and all. Like, I don't know about you, but they used to give you.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Market, they give you credit. Like in my neighborhood, like you can go up there.
Oh yeah, I think that's nationwide.
They make you can pay next week. So it seemed like they were front food.
Well, you know what the thing is, because we in this weird situation kind of together. They trying to survive in the store, right? And they know the average person that got any kind of success in that neighborhood, he knows I'm gonna have to deal with MCA Aaron when he come in here. I'm gonna have to deal with Tyrin. I know them. And in many cases, they've known you for many years. You feel what I'm saying? So grandma, she taking care of the kids, right? She might be able to go down there and get a couple gallons of milk, some eggs, some pancakes, some pancake mix, some cereal or whatever on credit until she get that one check that got to last through the whole month.
And see, when you in your neighborhood, in my neighborhood, we end up getting cool with the jazz. It's just when you go to another neighborhood, like when you outside in another.
See, Tyrin, I got to correct you a little bit because you be saying them old white people racist words. You didn't mean to, dog, but everything's so sensitive now. The Japanese people, and some of them are Korean. Everybody ain't Japanese.
Okay, so because I don't, excuse me, because I really don't know. So it's called, instead of Japanese, it's called Korean?
No, Korean is one nationality. You got people that are from Japan, that are indigenous to Japan.
So is Jap a prejudice with
Oh yeah, Jap is definitely prejudice. There's definitely prejudice.
See, I wouldn't even knew that shit. I don't even.
Well, no, man, everything is different now. That's why I'm telling you. I make it my business to be, I'm a media now, so I make it my business, and I'm a,
Thank you, man.
So get it clean that shit up, man.
Yeah, I let them know
clean that shit up.
You don't mean no harm,
At all.
But Korean people are Korean people. They have their own proud, rich heritage. Japanese people are Japanese. You got Cambodian people. You got different nationalities.
Okay.
You got different nationalities. So, man, you going through this hell of a run, man. You working and everything. Back to you felt like the phone wasn't ringing like it should be because you were an excellent actor.
I felt like after Menace, they said like you're gonna be a star. So I just took it literally. I took it for face value. Like if it was another actor, like a white actor or whatever, it would have been. Could you imagine somebody having that kind of hit? So I just took it that way. But it wasn't that way. You
think you might have got typecast because you played that role so well? You think they just saw you as the black urban kid from the community?
Oh, you want to talk? Hey.
You was kind of like Kendrick before he was a Kendrick.
That's kind of hard to say because look at Lorenz got roles.
Right. Yeah, Lorenz.
And they went back to the well with Lorenz with Dead Presidents.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's because
I just thought about that. John Singer, the Hughes brothers did do that, didn't they?
Yeah, they did Dead Presidents. And then he wasn't typecast as old dog.
Because he had the maniest character in the movie.
Yeah.
Right.
He got romance roles and Army Vietnam roles and so but then they come back and they offer you always the hood roles or the dope dealer on the corner roles. You know? And it's crazy because those roles were reversed in Menace because Tyrin was the one trying to make the decision if I'm gonna do what AWACS and Old Dog and them is doing, or I'm gonna do what Grandma and them and the girl is saying that I should before it starts.
Well, that's why I say he was Kendrick before Kendrick existed. The good kid, Mad City.
Right, exactly.
The kid that's just not really a gangster, but like not a gang member, but just a dude teetering right outside the edge. He do a little bit here and there, but he's kind of conflicted.
Because you grew up in the neighborhood, most of your friends are affiliated.
Right.
Now, you might have not been jumped in yet or claiming the hood, but you best believe you got about 3 or 4 or 5 niggas or homeboys that you went to elementary school with and whatever. Them niggas is full-fledged banging. And they still considered your friends.
Yeah, for real. And Tyrin, you never got married, huh?
No.
Because the women was on your ass, dog, back then.
We all had women, man. That's part of it.
But my nigga Tyrin said, we all
Man,
had
Tyrin trying to be modest.
No, I'm just saying. So,
Tyrin trying to be modest.
My nigga said, we all had women, man. You know?
So let me explain. So let me. I'm gonna tap into the typecast thing. Like the typecast situation, right? I don't really care. Like I'm an actor. Like if I had to play a game banger 1 billion times, I'll play him 1 billion times, a different billion ways. I don't really. That's like saying if Tupac or is he typecast because all he could do, all he do is tell stories about what's going on in his hood, or that don't matter. I don't think if you look at Robert De Niro, it's about you getting a role and you doing it. Like even in Menace, I wasn't always. If you look at Menace, I was vulnerable. I cried. I showed it more. I showed my range. I wasn't just had a gun in my hand.
And let's not get it twisted. It ain't like you ain't working because you just had you just did some stuff for Fox, right?
Oh yeah. I got my television show is on Fox right now. Executive producing on a TV show called Alert. You know, so that's behind the scenes. So no, it's not about me not working. We're just talking about. We're just keeping it real right now, like
because you should be having more FaceTime on the camera.
Yeah,
when I started hanging around 8, the first thing I asked him, because I said, "Man, you was doing some hell of a." Then I found out later on he really wasn't acting, you know. But you should have had more roles. And then come, 8 should have had more roles. You should have been, because I was expecting you to go to that like. That Leonardo DiCaprio level damn near.
But that's life, man. Life is just real. Like it ain't.
Yeah, it's
life is just real. Like you know what I mean. So you just gotta. You can't. I'm healthy. We breathe and we still here. Like there's a lot of. I'm fortunate. Like even with Belly, I was supposed to be the lead character. But it was meant for DMX because DMX wasn't gonna be here that long. And God wanted that for him. That was his thing for him to have at that moment. You know what I mean? So
that's deep.
You just have to understand, like, people like Michael Jackson, he died at 50. We still here, right? He probably would give anything just to have a Subway sandwich. So I'm just happy that me ate and we still here. Like, and as long as we're here, we still got opportunities, and we don't know why things happen the way they do. You just don't know.
I look at it like. And this is something like I tell my son, because, and this is with any profession. It's that saying, you take the high road, I'll take the low road.
Right.
And somebody gonna be there before the next person, right? Never said you wasn't gonna get there. It just said it was going to take you longer because you're taking the low road.
Right.
You feel me? So I try to tell that to my son, and I even tell it to myself. It's motherfuckers who can come in today, tomorrow they're overnight success. You've been doing this shit for 15 years, and you be like, God damn. But then if you look up, you still on that same road, you get me?
Right.
Nothing. It's just been, you done had a boulder in your path, or motherfucking your tire was flat, or motherfucker, you had to get a new engine put in the car.
Right.
But if you look up,
yeah, you still on the same road. You
still on the same road.
Y'all on the same path.
It's not to the point to where it just ain't you get me?
Right.
Oh, motherfucker, you might as well go junk this car, or you're never gonna make it.
Right.
Nobody told you. You get me?
Right.
Nigga, I'm still rolling.
Right.
You get me?
Right.
And it's not to where, like I said, you done hit too many motherfucking nigga. If you on that road still, you on that road. And as long as you still breathing and you still can work, you still going there.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
You still going there. You might look up 15 years from now, you just now pulling into that motherfucking spot. Like, God damn, it took me long to get here.
Right.
But, so that's why I tell my son, don't just, nigga, a nigga put out a record today and tomorrow he done sold 10 million copies.
Yeah,
it
but
might take you 10 years to sell 10 million copies. You get me?
That dude might not be around in 2 or 3 years.
That's how it works sometimes. So
and lately, that's how it works a lot of times.
Appreciate the position and the opportunity if you got it still.
Yeah.
like Pinocchio. We gon' tell you the truth and nothing but the truth.
Gangster Chronicles, this is not your average show.